Okay, let's go ahead and go back into our book of factoring here. And we're going to look at the AC method. Now, make sure that you went and you looked at your score for your do now and that you checked through Canvas if there are annotations. Because there might be things that I pointed out that you need to work on. Or if you didn't get a 4 on it, that tells me that you're doing something pretty wrong. So go back and double check that before you do this. Okay, so now, if we're working with a trinomial, and this term right here is not a 1, then you have to do the AC method. Okay, so the AC method is just like the little diamond problem, but we multiply the A and the C term, and then we put the B term down here. And then we have to do factor by grouping. So you got to remember the AC method's different than the easy diamond problem. Okay, so here's my A term, B term, C term. Okay, so I'm going to go A, C, so 3 times positive 4 is a positive 12, and my B term is a positive 13. Okay, so I want two numbers that multiply to positive 12 and add to positive 13. So that's going to be a positive 1 and a positive 12. Okay, now what I do is I need to rewrite this term right here using those two numbers. Okay, so I'm just going to write that 3x squared, but instead of plus 13x, I'm going to put plus 1x, and I don't need that 1 in front, and then plus 12x, and then the plus 4. Okay, so I didn't really change the problem. If I combine like terms, I would get that back again. Okay, so now that I have 4 terms, I'm going to factor by grouping. Make sure you don't include that plus sign. Okay, greatest common factor is an x, which leaves me with 3x plus 1. Don't forget that 1. I have to be able to go x times 3x is 3x squared. X times 1 is x. I'm going to bring down that plus sign. Greatest common factor is a 4. 4 times 3x will give me 12x. 4 times 1, again, don't forget that, will give me 4. Okay, I only have 2 terms right now. So there's 2 terms. Both of them have a 3x plus 1, so I'm going to factor it out. And I'm left with x plus 4. And there. Now, you can always check your work by multiplying what you got and seeing that it works. Okay, so I'm going to go, I'm just doing the distributive property twice. I'm going this times this is 3x squared. This times this is 12x. Okay, now I'm distributing this twice. 1 times x is x. 1 times 4 is 4. Combine like terms, 3x squared plus 13x. So I know I did it right because this is the original problem. So my check isn't my answer. This is my answer. So this has now been factored into 3x plus 1 times x plus 4. Okay? And you're showing that these are multiplied together, so there shouldn't be a big gap in here. Okay, the parentheses are right next to each other. Okay, let's look over here. Okay, so A times C, so 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, and negative 5 is my B term. Okay, 2 numbers that multiply to negative 6, add to negative 5. And it's not 3 and 2. Negative 6 and a positive 1. Let's double check. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. Okay, now remember that we take these 2 numbers and we use them to rewrite that term. So I have a 2x squared. So instead of 5x, I'm going to write minus 6x plus x. And then I'm going to bring down that minus 3. Okay, now I've got 4 terms. I'm going to group. Greatest common factor here is a 2x. So I'm left with x minus 3. Okay, here, if there's no greatest common factor, we take out a 1. Okay, so now I'm down to 2 terms again. Both terms have an x minus 3, so I'm going to factor that out. And I'm left with 2x plus 1. Okay, let's check and make sure that we got it right. X times 2x is 2x squared. X times 1 is x. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times positive 1 is a negative 3. And then I'm going to combine like terms. So 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. I know I did it right because my answer is right up there. Okay, so this is going to be part of assignment 6 that I want you to take a picture of this part in your notes, and you're going to add that to your assignment. I'll make sure that I put it in the module. Okay, that's it.